towns set out to create a school that the three communities could be proud of, and it was focused on community and citizenship and academic achievement. And it was also intended to be a model school that embraced all the best parts of high school reform. And there's been a lot of changes in the last 13 years, but those essential qualities have remained the same. And the most important piece that we have always tried to instill is a sense of the honor code in the student body, where they do no harm to themselves and to the community of the school. So one of the biggest changes that have occurred since 1999 is the town of Poland initially was the owner of the school. They built the school, and students from Mechanic Falls and Minot were tuitioned here. Today, as a result of consolidation, all three towns own the high school, and I think it's brought them closer together and brought the students closer together. And it's also, we've recommitted ourselves to the school by establishing a revised set of core values: character, citizenship, and community. And those three values are what we're building the next 10 years of the school on.
Character.
Community.
Citizenship.
Here at PRHS we have the Roundtable program where all of the students are hooked up with one adult over the course of 4 years. And I think in several cases that helps individual students from falling through the cracks.
There's these three famous questions with Roundtable: who am I, where am I going, and how do I get there? Research shows that if a kid makes at least one adult connection in a school, they're like 70% more likely to stay in school. So that's really good. If we're trying to foster a relationship between the student and at least one adult. That's why I think Roundtable exists.
Being part of a Knight Nation means a couple different things. One, it means having school pride and getting excited about watching our kids compete and perform. And it means kind of having ownership of that too. So knowing that if it's a basketball game, there are 5 people on the floor, but there are 12 people on the team, so that means there's 7 kids on a bench. They're part of that, and the kids in the stands are also part of that. Our positive attitude that we have, screaming in support and cheering our kids on, really makes a difference to our players. It means a lot to them when people show up and cheer for them. That people care enough to come to games, to see crowds of people on the sidelines. That's something that's really important.
Yell Navy, 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 yell white, 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 yell Navy, Navy, white, white, all together, let's play, all right.
The opportunity to get an education to give you a jump start in college if you want. So not only just get into college, but a jump start. Here you are able to take college classes if you want, or AP classes if you want, which makes future education easier and less expensive. You have opportunities to get yourself into trade schools by doing things like LRTC, doing internships, doing job shadows. So those things are all here for you. I guess I would also say you get smaller class sizes, so your teachers know you better.
I pledge to treat myself and others with respect, to bring no harm to my school or to members of my community, and to be honest in all my endeavors. I will try my best and will take responsibility for my actions and ownership of my choices.
We have high expectations of the students. We require students to take a lot of credits and have a good distribution of courses across the curriculum. For instance, we require more arts than many of the schools do in the state. We require more math and science than many of the schools do in the state. And we certainly recommend for those students who are focusing on going on to college that they have extensive world language. We also have programs that really encourage students to do things that some students might not ordinarily do. Our program where we require all seniors to apply to a secondary education program, even if they don't pursue it, at least they know what the steps are and they will have gone through and successfully applied to something. So I think you take that all together, and I think parents can be fairly confident that the RHS does a good job with their students.